Even though that Ragna really became the hero of BlazBlue and his big-ass journey over the course of the series is a very sad one, but a very heroic one. But we cannot forget that Ragna was a mass murderer. He was a mass murderer with no regard for human or like anyone's life. And I think the tie-in short story of Memory in Blue kind of works with that pretty well. Now, this is a story that pretty much came around the same time as Calamity Trigger did. Not even exactly the same time, but came a little after, I think. It was like it came alongside the very first BlazBlue material collection. And yeah, that's how it started. Pretty much, yeah, it came right after Calamity Trigger. And it just shows Ragna's whole journey going through the ninth hierarchical city of Akatsuki. Now, the thing about it is, like, this moment is actually referenced in Chronophantasma, where it's shown that Ragna destroyed the weather system there in Snowtown, and that's how it became Snowtown. And it's like, I like that it kind of referenced Memory of Blue back, but pretty much this is showing us Ragna at his darkest state. He literally did not care about anyone. He's just tearing through people. He just ignoring people, slaying down. If they're trying to run away, he'll cut them down. He doesn't care if they're like men, women, whoever. He just slay them down without any remorse. And some of the games actually try to kind of downplay. They reference Ragna, murdering people, but they don't actually outright. They confirm. Kagura kind of says he's murdering a bunch of soldiers and junk like that. But it really isn't played up like it used to. Ragna's being seen as this guy who just destroyed NOL branches and hurts the soldiers inside, but no, he actually just outright kills them. Like, it doesn't even matter. And I just wanted to show like a little part of Ragna's stuff, because it's just, he doesn't, it's showing at a point where he just doesn't care. It's like the darkest like Ragna has ever been. They show it's like his little escapades going around destroying NOL branches, before, but they never really outright said that Ragna really, mass murdered. I mean, they did, but it's more like, trying to play up Ragna's the bad guy. Ragna never actually said he killed people before. And they even brought up something like Ragna does not like killing, but you just see the Memory of Blue and the fact that the man just freaking massacred everything. Funny enough, Continuum Shift onwards kind of like blanketed that a little bit. Like, Continuum Shift onwards kind of like lessened Ragna's intensity towards the people he took down. And it pretty much played up like, oh yeah, Ragna kind of did this, but he really doesn't like doing it. Like, it kind of played like that, where Calamity Trigger in this Memory of Blue story is just it's literally Ragna just like slicing down people with no care at all. It got so bad is the story even say he no longer recognized his foes as human. And they're just fodder for Ragna. They're just in his way, and he just go slay them all down. Like, and I'm thinking, well, that's a dark point in Ragna's life where, like, everybody usually we try to like, kind of downplay Ragna, like more darker parts, just to make him seem like this, this misunderstood, wholesome good boy. And while Ragna is that, we cannot forget that Ragna is a mass murderer. And funny enough, the whole NOL confrontation was just like a one-sided thing. Ragna's pretty much. He was going to do his business, and everyone in the NOL was just in his way. He's like, dude, I don't have time for this. I'm just going to slay you all. You're not even worth it anymore. You're not even human anymore. F you. And I don't like downplay Ragna's more heinous actions, just because Ragna, he's not the worst guy out there doesn't mean he isn't a mass murderer. Funny enough, like, Jin has one up on him with that, because like during the whole Akatsuki Civil War, he tried. Jin actually, avoided killing, You figure Jin will be, the more guys suspected of killing. Well, he did, off Tenjo, but, there's that. But as for Jin, really, he went to the whole, Akatsuki Civil War without killing anyone. Even when his Yukion was saying, kill. His Yukion was telling him to kill. But he's like, no, I'm just going to defeat the soldiers and move on. I can't do this. And funny enough, Jin has a leg up on Ragna with that, and Jin's a complete monster. But there really isn't nothing much to say about Memory of Blue. It just shows that Ragna's, one of the sequences of news creation. It's pretty much just told that the whole events of Snowtown. You know, well, the events that led up to Akisu being known as Snowtown, where Ragna destroyed the weather system there. But yeah, there's that. I just want to talk more about Ragna's actions, and that's pretty much just like, F it, dude. And funny enough, that's when he became known as the Grim Reaper, though. That was his pretty much his origin story as the Grim Reaper, you know. And it's just funny to me. It's funny to me. It's like, damn, man, Ragna just edgy ass slaying everyone. Like, then it's like, I don't care who dies. You're all gonna die. And yeah, poor Ragna. Well, that ain't poor Ragna. Poor those NOL soldiers. Like, they're just trying to do their job. Your NOL soldiers aren't bastards. You know, they're not the best people, but they aren't complete bastards. You know, they aren't complete bastards. I mean, they're just in most of the branches just filled with normal people trying to live their lives, do they work, and then you see this red cloaked, white haired bastard come out of nowhere, and you're immediately dead. So, yeah, Ragna, that's a big no. No murdering, man. It's bad. No. And I just like how just games like Continuum Shift kind of like just not make it seem like the biggest deal. You know, it's like, oh, Ragna killed some people. Who cares? You know, it's just on the record. It made it seem like, you know, Ragna killing the people were on a record rather than him actually killing people. You know, it made it seem like, oh, we're just playing Ragna to be this monster of a bad guy just because he's a monster of a bad guy. But he really wasn't. But this short story and Calamity Trigger say otherwise. Most of this short story, though.